So welcome back to another episode of Android application development tutorial. So in the previous episode we already learned about how to working with a floating context menu in Android. So in this episode we are going to learn about how to handle the click events of a floating context menu. So whenever user make a long press on any of these items on the list view, the floating context menu will appear. So here in this menu there are three options: delete, share and help. So whenever user select the delete option, we have to delete an item from this list view. So for handling the click events of the context options menu, you have to override a method called on context menu item selected. This one, on context item selected. So for this method we have an argument called is an object of menu item. Okay, so here we use a string. Here we actually use a string array to handle the data, and we pass that particular data into the array adapter. Here it is. We actually pass that particular string into the array adapter. So for removing that particular item from the list view, we have to use a list. So here I am going to create an object of array list. It is handling with the string, and I name it as array list equal to new array list. Okay, just create an object of array list. Now I am going to hand over all the data on this string array into this array list. So here is the adapter initialization. Before that, here I am going to hand over all the data from this string array into this array list. So here I use for each loop string item equal to Android versions. Okay, now we have to add each item into this array list. So array list dot add item. Okay, so here I just add all the items from the string array into this array list. Now we have to pass the array list object instead of the string at the initialization of the adapter. So here I pass the array list. Okay, so when user select an item from this list view, and if he select the delete option, we have to delete that particular item from the array list, and we have to notify the adapter that there is actually a data change is occur. Okay, so go to the on context item selected. Yeah, this one. Okay, now we have to get the position of the item on the list view on the adapter. So we need an object of adapter context menu info. So you have to create an object of adapter context menu info. I name it as info equal to use this menu item object item dot call the method called get menu info, and you need to typecast this one into adapter context menu info. Okay, so by using this object info we can get the position of the item. So now I am going to remove that particular selected item from the array list. So array list dot remove info dot position. Okay, so if user select an item, that particular item is removed from the array list. Now we have to notify the adapter there is a data change is occur. So adapter dot there is a method called notify data set change. Okay, now we have to return true. Okay, if also here I am going to use the default. Okay, so before going to do this we have to get the item, which item is actually selected by the user. So we have to use a switch case or if loop. So here I am going to use a switch case. We have to find which item is actually selected by the user. Actually there are three items are available. So if the selected item is delete, we have to delete that particular item. So we have to identify which item is actually selected by the user. So if it is item dot, we have to get the ID of the item and we have to check the ID of each item using case. So case, if it is equal to r dot id dot, the ID of the delete item is id delete. If it is equal to id delete, we have to remove that particular item from the array list. Also we notify the adapter there is some data changes actually occur. Okay, also use a default. In that case we have to return super dot on context item selected. Okay, now we finish the coding. So if user select a particular options, we have to remove each item, we have to remove the selected item from the list view. So now we can check the application. So now I run the application. Okay, now we have the application available on the virtual device. So now I make a long press on the item. Now I select the cupcake item. Now select delete. Now you can see that particular item is removed from the list view. Now I select honeycomb. Now select delete. Yeah, now I select ice cream sandwich. Select delete. Yeah. Now this is how we handle the click events of an options context options menu in Android. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.